If you save $100 today, will you be rich tomorrow? No. But will your life change in 10 years? Absolutely. The video you're watching right now might explain the simplest yet most powerful financial truth you'll ever hear in your life. And let me tell you this. This is not a theory. Thousands of years ago, people living in Babylon built wealth using these exact rules. Today, billionaires in Silicon Valley apply the same principles, and you can apply them too. Because saving money is not a matter of intelligence, it's a matter of discipline. By the end of this video, you'll understand why you spend half your salary and then finish the rest by saying, "Not this month." How you can secure your future with small amounts of money, and what that magical 10% rule is that hasn't changed for centuries. If you're ready, let's begin. If you want to stay sharp, don't forget to leave a like. Our first question is this: why can't we save money? Close your eyes. Seriously think about it. You get your salary, you say, "I have money now." Then rent, bills, food, transportation, and suddenly the month is over. Do you recognize that feeling? You say, "This month I'll definitely save money." But next month it's the same story again. I know, because I lived it too. But one day a book landed in our hands, The Richest Man in Babylon. This book, written by George Clason in 1926, actually explains how the rich people of Babylon accumulated wealth. And while reading it, something clicked in my head. The problem isn't that we earn too little money. The problem is that our system is wrong. There's a passage in the book. A young man named Arkad goes to Algamish, the richest man in Babylon, and asks, "How did you become so wealthy?" Algamish replies, "One day I realized that I must set aside a portion of what I earn for myself. I began paying myself 1/10 of everything I earned. First I filled my own purse. Then I spent what was left." That's it. Pay yourself first. You've probably heard this sentence 1,000 times, but now, really think about it. What do? You get your salary, you spend it, and then you try to save whatever is left. But nothing is left, because the system is wrong. What Algamish did was this. He acted as if 10% of his income didn't exist. Non-existent money. That money was never his to spend. It belonged to his future. Now you'll stop and say, "I'm already barely getting by. How can I set aside 10%? This is where most people make a mistake. Look, there's a psychological truth. You always spend as much as you earn. If you earn $5,000, you spend $5,000. If you earn $10,000, you spend $10,000. This is called lifestyle inflation. As your income increases, your spending increases too. But the moment you set aside 10%, your brain automatically learns to live on the remaining 90%. After a month, you don't even notice it anymore. So what will this 10% do? Isn't it a small amount? No. In a moment, you'll understand why small money is far more powerful than you think. There's another lesson from Babylon. There was a man named Nomasir. He was constantly in debt. He spent everything he earned and even borrowed more. One day he consulted a wise man. The wise man said, "Your debts may be suffocating you, but you must still set aside 1/10 of what you earn, because that money is your freedom." Nomasir was shocked. "What do you mean? Save money while I'm in debt?" The wise man replied, "Yes, because by paying debt you make yourself a slave, but by saving money you rule yourself." This is extremely important because today we fall into the same trap. Credit card debt, installments, loans. We constantly spend tomorrow's money today, and one day we wake up with nothing in our hands. So how do we escape this vicious cycle? Simple, but hard. The 10% rule. Every month, set aside 10% of everything you earn and save it. Don't spend it. Save it. Now the question comes, okay, I saved money, what happens next? This is where the second stage begins, making money work for you. There's another lesson from Babylon. A man saved money for years but kept it hidden in a corner of his house. One day thieves broke in and stole everything. The man was devastated. He went to Algamish and told him his story. Algamish said, "You didn't make your money work. You only stored it. Gold that does not work does not multiply." So what does this mean? Saving money is not enough. You must grow it. How? Through long-term investing. Look, I won't go into technical details here. Which stock, which fund, which bond. That's another video's topic. But you must know this. Because of inflation, saved money loses value over time. If you save $1,000 under your pillow, after 10 years it might be worth half as much. But if you put that money into a low-risk, long-term investment, time starts working in your favor. There's a concept here. Compound interest. Einstein called it the eighth wonder of the world. The logic is this. You earn 10%, then you earn another 10% on that gain. Then again and again. Your money gives birth to more money. In the first few years, it looks very small. But after 10 years, 20 years, when you look back, you'll reach unbelievable amounts. Because time is the greatest weapon of the patient person. There's a saying in Babylon, wealth comes slowly. There is no such thing as becoming rich overnight. You won't be a millionaire tomorrow because you saved $100 today. But if you save 100 today, 100 tomorrow, 100 the next day, one day you'll look back and see a massive mountain in front of you. And you built that mountain stone by stone. Now some people will say, I'm just surviving, how can I set aside 10%? I understand. Some people are truly struggling. But let me tell you this. Even slaves in Babylon saved money. How? Very simply, they reduced their needs. They focused on necessities, not luxury. Today, it's the same. If you buy coffee outside every day, that's $100 a month. If you make it at home, it's $20. The difference, $80. That's your 10%. I could give more examples, but the idea is this. First separate your needs from your wants, then save what's left for yourself. Another mistake. People dream big. One day I'll buy a house, a car, I'll be a millionaire. Beautiful dreams. But today, they do nothing. Another lesson from Babylon. Those who don't take small steps cannot begin a great journey. If you can't save $10 today, you can't expect to save 100 tomorrow. Everything starts with small steps. And one more truth. Saving money is not just about money, it's about mindset. When you tell yourself, I can save, your brain starts to believe it. Small successes invite bigger ones. If you save $300 the first month, $400 feels easier the second month. By the sixth month, you look and see $3,000 and you think, I did this. Now let's come to modern life. Today we have technology, apps, automatic saving systems. But the principle is the same, 10%. Some people automatically transfer it to another account the moment their salary arrives. They don't even see it. Some use a physical piggy bank. Some track it in Excel. The method doesn't matter. Consistency does. And don't forget this. This isn't just about money. It's about valuing yourself. When you set aside 10% every month, you're actually saying this. My future matters. I deserve to invest in myself. And that feeling makes you stronger, because the future is no longer uncertain. You have a plan. Let's come to the final lesson of the richest man in Babylon. In the book, Algamish tells Arkad this. Wealth is like a tree. When you first plant the seed, it is very small. But if you give it water, give it sunlight, over time it becomes a giant tree. And that tree gives you fruit for many years. The 10% rule is that seed. You will plant it today, you will water it every month, and one day that seed will give you freedom. So when should you start? Now. Today, while you're watching this video. Because every day you postpone is a lost opportunity. Those who say, "I'll start next month," always stay in the same place. But those who start today are one step ahead tomorrow. Let me say one last thing. Saving money may feel boring. It's not fun, not exciting. But do you know what is fun? One day looking at your bank balance and seeing this. I did this. I own this. I owe nothing to anyone. That feeling beats every luxury. If this was useful for you, a simple like is more than enough. Let's summarize. What did we learn in this video? First, saving money is a matter of discipline, not intelligence. Second, the 10% rule is universal. It worked in Babylon, and it works today. Third, you pay yourself first, then you spend. Fourth, you must make your money work. Not just store it, but grow it. Fifth, you must be patient. Wealth will come slowly. And finally, you must start today. Don't postpone. This is not complicated. It's doable. You can do it too. All you need is a small beginning and great determination. The wise men of Babylon understood this thousands of years ago. Now it's your turn. Go. Set aside 10% of your salary. Ignore it. Make it work. And let time work for you. 1 year later, 5 years later, 10 years later, you will remember the day you watched this video, and you will think, "I'm glad I started that day." Because that day will be the day your life began to change. Stay enlightened.